All right, I'm gonna record. Um, I had a feeling today when I was on a run again. And then, okay, I've had a day where I only went inside and really like connected with my body and felt so much, yeah, so much insight and richness and abundance in just connecting with my body, and eaten so clean today. And I've eaten so clean today, so I feel very, very light and abundant at this moment. And I felt like I wanted to film. And today it is the Lion Gate portal 888 for whoever is astrologically interested. So I really tried to take advantage of this moment and just really prioritized my own well-being and danced a lot and put on healing music and stretched for hours, and that's like the favorite thing that I love to do that, and just have a day off and do whatever I feel is the most exciting to me in the moment. So I had one of those days. And I also went for a run this morning, and it must sound like I run now, because I know for myself, when I watch YouTube, we don't really consider that the person we're watching have a life, and the time lapses in between are like the person who is filming, they have their own like things going on and they grow. But for someone from the other side who is having their own relationship to the person on the screen, it's this, we think of them as the frozen image and really don't really consider the humanness of what's happening between the takes, because it's a very strange concept, filming yourself. I can really find that too, that I can film something and it's very real for me, and then I edit it and my focus goes outside myself to what I'm saying. Is this okay? What will people think? And so on. And then I upload it, and then it becomes like, it takes my focus that 1 or 2 days, but then it kind of like, it drifts away. It's not in my life almost anymore, but it is in my life. It's me frozen in time and put on YouTube, a platform where people can take this image and then project what they want and judge me and do whatever. And it's very freeing, that thing of like letting go of control of being judged in that sense. And I've talked about this before, that is what is very healing for me with YouTube also. So what I was gonna say is, okay, so I went a lot inside, so I'm very, now I'm opening myself up after closing myself in my turtle shell, and now I'm peeking my head out and I want to make a video. I felt inspired to do that. So what I had an epiphany of this morning was that a very good way for myself to remember how to be present and see how focused I am is, of course, whenever I like if I do something clumsily, if I slip when I walk, if I drop something, then it's a wake-up call. Okay, you're not present now. And then I take back my focus and take that as a reminder. But that was not the thing I thought about. It was that slowing down, of course, is essential for being present. But it can also be this, when I just think that, and like slowing down, being present is what I want, it becomes this like I should, and then it becomes not fun for my inner child. But if I just focus on the five senses and the pleasure that I get from doing things slowly, then I take away this harsh, like you should do your homework kind of attitude, and really savor in whatever I'm doing, and doing it extra slow, almost like I'm doing it in slow motion, to really take enjoyment out of whatever I'm doing. So it could be, for example, if I'm walking somewhere, really taking the step extra slowly and focusing in my body of how pleasurable it is to slow it down, and focus on that instead. And to deepen this even further, I thought in my head, like, focus on like how much of what you're seeing are you registering. Like, think of the concept of time frames per minute from a camera. So you're having a camera, your eyes are the camera, and then you're looking around, and the slower you look around, the more of the observer, the consciousness inside yourself can register. But if you're just doing things super quickly, you're walking somewhere and you're like just what's it called, like you just scan the environment while thinking of something else, then the time frame per minute is very quick, and you're just like doing things rushly, and there's no enjoyment in that. You're just planning on the future or thinking about something else. But if you're like me and you want to really be enjoying every second of your life, we have to relearn how to do this, so the autopilot doesn't take the main screen time of your life. So slowing down the frame per second and really, like, the concept of slow motion is very powerful whenever we get the awareness that we're doing something quickly. So slowing down and then registering, because that's really what we're trying to do, registering our impressions from our five senses, and then savoring in the enjoyment of the five senses, and connecting to and letting your body really catch up. Because if you're just having impressions thrown at you while you're like walking or looking around and thinking of something else, the tempo is so quick that there's no time really to savor anything except for your logical linear mind thinking about something else. And I thought also about then, to give an example that I thought was very powerful for myself, was that when we are somewhere and doing something that is very like aesthetically pleasing, very beautiful, we have a tendency now to take up our phones and then film to share it with other people. So the intention is good. Not always, because sometimes we want to like set up an image of the ego and kind of like brag almost. But yeah, it could be both things, and it could be something else. But whichever motivation behind filming your Snapchats, it's that you're creating this barrier. So instead of, and we all know this is very like a meme about the youth, like people don't experience life anymore, people are vloggers and just like doing things to make money and stuff and so on. But whenever you're reaching for your phone to capture the moment, you are not just having your camera, like your eyes being like the time frame per second, you're actually also creating another consciousness in a separation before yourself, like in front of you yourself experiencing whatever you're watching or hearing or whatever you're doing. You're extending your consciousness to you're extending your consciousness to involve someone else. So you're focusing on another like imaginary entity, or like you're extending your awareness even further, and you're capturing something secondary on your phone, like you're trying to mimic an experience on your phone. And when your focus is placed on that instead of yourself experiencing something, there's this numbness that can happen if we are very accustomed to doing this. If we do this like automatically when we're experiencing something new, or when we're traveling and so on. And this is a very good reminder, I think, because I can do this sometimes, because sometimes I want to share with other people that are not present. But so there's not something like right or wrong here. It's beautiful. I love internet and making the world smaller, and as a collective finding like a community and so on. But it's a good reminder to the balance, I think, that having privacy also, like your own sense of experience, and then slowing down tempo, savoring in your own alone time, and your this happens often when I talk. I talk so quickly because I get so excited. Okay. Yeah, no, I think this was what I wanted to talk about. That image for me, like registering frames per second, and having that observer in my consciousness be what presence is for me, instead of doing things on autopilot and thinking of something else and not really being there. I think this is a very good reminder for myself. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.